to do a live stream, and I want to wish everyone a happy new year. I hope everyone is well, especially with the those times with the corona. I hope everyone is healthy and yeah. So this is the first live stream of this year. So I was thinking, because a lot of people ask about my collection, so I want to do different parts of my collection. So I want to go into my collection. I have some old timepieces. So first I want to start off with one of my boxes that will contain, I think, 8 watches, and I will want to show them to you and talk a little about them. Some of them I have already reviewed earlier, and maybe I shown in some live streams already, but I think maybe 1 or 2 or maybe more are just new. Hello, Olivier. How are you? Thank you. You too. Happy New Year. And you too, Sasterope. So, if you have problems with the live stream, if it's lagging, if you have problems with the sound, let me know down in the comments or in the chat. Is it with the live stream? Let me know if you have problems, so maybe I can change something in the settings. Lately I'm trying to improve the quality of the live stream, so yeah, but it has also its downside. So maybe I didn't put something, I made a mistake and changed something in the setting. It's not right. So if you let me know if you can hear me clear, and yeah. Okay, thank you, Olivier. So the sound in the video is nice. Okay, okay. So today I want to go into in my collection. So I will open it up. So the box I have here, and I will just pick up one of them. So the first one I have. Oh, before I will show the rest, today I'm wearing this very nice black 1953. I think they still are for sale in the store online at Invicta stores Europe.com, and maybe also on the American site, but I'm not really sure. I'm living in Holland, so yeah, I'm not really watching the American websites, but I think they still have the colors, but I'm not really sure if they have still the black. But really love it. It's a really nice watch that I can wear under the cuff. Hello, Unix Master, how are you? So the first watch I want to show is this old chrono. This one is from 1937. I reviewed this one earlier, so I compared it. No, yes. Did I? No, I didn't compare this one. But it's an amazing. Yeah, somebody already saying what movement is inside. So inside is the Landeron 47, and what is special about that movement? It is only produced for 1 year. So it's a very rare movement inside. And what is special also on this movement, it is not a column wheel. So it's one of the first clamp chronos. So without the column wheel. The camera has some problems with focusing. It's every time going to me. And what is what is also special about this one, it has 3 pushers. So you have one on the top is to start the chrono function. On the bottom is to pause it, and on the middle is to reset it. I don't use it that often because I'm yes, I'm sometimes afraid that I will break it, but I will wear it, but I don't use the chrono function. It is working. I tried it for several times. So this case is it's chromed. So in the past, to make the watch like less expensive, they chromed a lot of watches. So with the messing as base, and they just put an chrome on it to get it silver colored or metal colored. Because watches making out of steel, stainless steel, was in that time much more expensive. So this one is also a very delicate size. It is 34 millimeters. So if you compare to the watch I'm wearing today, this one is 40 millimeters. And when I bought it, the seller already mentioned in that it could be an redial. So I think, yes, I'm not a fan of redials. So with a redial, they just paint the dial again. But I think they have done it really well on this watch, and it will fit the style. So yeah, it's not the best. If you're buying a watch, you want the real deal, not that they don't change things on it. But anyway, I really love this one, and I think it's really collectible because they are very. You don't see them that often when you're checking eBay or auctions or other websites. Yes, yes, yes. It is a very small watch, Sosterop. It's 34 millimeters, so it's very tiny, and that's also one of the reasons that I'm not wearing it a lot. It has an, but you have to consider this one is from around 1937. The movement is produced for 1 year in 1937. So this watch is around that year. It's produced around that year. So it's a very old watch. Over 16 years, it's 100 year old. So we're talking about a very old watch. In that time, this wasn't just a normal size. Nowadays, it's very small, yeah. Yes, maybe also, but it was also the fashion of that time. The people in that time were smaller. You can see it when you go to some old houses, like from some older cities like Amsterdam, Haarlem, you can name it. And when you go to some old houses, you can see like doors that are not that high. So the second one I have is most of the watches I'm today showing you are small. They are all around the 40s, 50s or earlier, like the one I showed you. But I have also today some watches from the 70s, so you can see that the size is it's going bigger. So it's very nice to see to compare them. So this one is from, I'm not really sure, because it has also, like with the chrono I showed you, it has no reference number. So, and also reference numbers, we don't have an account for the reference. We don't know what year it is, but we can, based on the movement and based on the style of the watch, you can guess what from what year it is. So I have this one. It's also 34 millimeters. This one is not chromed. This one is The case is made out of stainless steel, and it's a very good shape. So you can see it. It's a very, very nice shape. Okay, let me know if the stream is still on, because I got a message that the connection was broken. You can see this one is with the small seconds. Inside is an AS 1215 movement, so the 1215 movement. Oh, okay. So yes, my computer was saying that the connection was broken. I don't know why. But some people are saying that maybe this can be an redial also. One guy on a watch forum, on the Dutch watch forum, I posted a picture of this watch, and he was saying that it is a redial, but I cannot clearly see that why it's a redial. The Invicta printed on the dial looks very original, and also the dial itself looks very original. How it was originally, and I don't find any indication that it is a redial. I think I have sometimes that disconnections because I'm now streaming, maybe with maybe with the settings too high, and maybe my computer or the software I'm using cannot handle it. But this one is also 34 millimeters. So if let me show it on my wrist. It's a very small timepiece. So this one also has fixed lugs. On older watches, especially from the 40s, and look how small it is. You can see my wrists sticking out of it. It's really small. Really, really small. Yes, this one has fixed lugs, and with fixed lugs it has no push pins. So when you want to replace a strap, you have to cut off the strap. So it's really difficult to change straps on fixed lugs. So the chrono the chrono from that I showed is also almost too small. It is too small. I just wear this just for fun sometimes, but because it's too small for my wrist and for my taste. But I have fun with it, and I can wear it under my cuff so nobody sees it, and I only know that I'm wearing a watch that I like. But with those fixed lugs, you cannot change the strap, because once it is glued, you have to cut off the strap and then you can replace it. And that's why I'm wearing with that chrono also a NATO. Because if I will, yes, I'm thinking about buying a nice leather strap, but once I did that, I have to keep it on the watch for years. So this one is an AS, the 1215 with the small seconds. It's an hand winder. So in that time you can only find hand winders. I think the earliest Invicta you can find with with an automatic, it's from the 60s. So, and it's doing its job. I just wind it. So I hope I don't have any problems anymore with the program, and we just can continue our live stream. Or maybe next time I have to yeah, that's why I'm winding it of the because of the that one that I wind. It's really crisp. It's really a crisp sound. So I think I didn't show that one very often. Maybe sometime on Instagram, but I didn't did a video on it. And I'm not sure. Yes, I did a video on this one. So this is a triple date that I picked up out of the box. I got 2 triple dates. So I'm not really sure from how old this one is. So I'm thinking it's from around the 40s or the 50s. You can find some ads or advertisements about Invictas and triple dates and watches with moon phases. But what I know is that Invicta produced triple dates and moon phases and also some pocket watches together with Lafare. But I don't have a lot of information about Lafare. Only that it is a Swiss brand or company that also make watches, especially pocket watches, but also some wrist watches with complications like triple dates with watches with moon phases. And I know that they are in the same city or district. They had their the fabric in the same district as Invicta is in. So, and they did something together, like Invicta making some watches for Lafare and Lafare making some watches for Invicta. So I'm still guessing that my I cannot prove it, but I'm thinking maybe one of my Invictas with a triple date is maybe also produced by Lafare. And Invicta just stamped the they just bought the movement and the watch, and they just put their own dial on it. But this one is very nice. You can see with the blue and red accents on the dial, and with the golden colored indices or numbers on the hours. This one is also chromed, so especially on the back you can see that it is letting off, especially with that kind of old watch. Yes, with the 2 pushers, like you can change the hand for the day. So you have on the dial, you have an golden hand for the day of the month. So it's now on the 30th of October. 30 October it's now. So you can see the golden hand is on the 30. And you can change with one of the pushers. I think with the one on the top you can change that hand, and with the pusher you can change the day of the week. So it's now on Wednesday. You can see it in the blue. I'm not sure if I can get in close up. So you have in the blue Wednesday, the 30th of October. But this one is also a very small watch. This one is even smaller than the other 2. So this one is 33 millimeters. And also the other golden watch I have is also 33 millimeters. So this one is also very, very small. I really love this one, especially with this strap. It's handmade by some Dutch guy I know from a Dutch forum. He's making very nice straps. It's his name is Co, and it's a burgundy, burgundy color, red, dark red, brown. So yeah. So which one shall I pick now? Maybe I will go now to some more modern. On the top I have some older watches, I think up to the 50s. And here I have all from the, yes, I think 60s, 70s watches. So this one is also from the 70s. At least I think it's from the 70s. So this one, the story about this one, I bought this one, I think from an auction, for maybe 5 euros. So I bought it for 5 euros, but it was from someone from Germany. And yeah, what can I say? It was from somebody from Germany, and it was really a mess. The dial was just dusty, and it was black, and also the case, it was gray, and the strap I thrown away, and you can also see the back of the watch, scratches everywhere. So I think you can see the scratches on the back of the case. So this one is gold plated, and the gold was off the watch. There was no gold on the watch almost. It was really so I did I just sent this watch to some company here in Holland to do the gold again, to gold plate it. And this is the results. And I sent it to a watchmaker that I work a lot with. Token. And he fixed the watch. So this one is an automatic. It is 37 millimeters. Yes, 36 millimeters, sorry. So it's a little bit bigger than the last three. And it's a really, really nice sunburst dial. Hello, Station Plaza. Thank you. You too. Happy New Year. But I really love how it is right now, with the Doom crystal. Also the crystal, the original, was cracked and scratches, and it wasn't wearable. But now this one is wearable, so I will put it on my wrist and I will show you. I need more light here, I think. Too less light. Let me see if I can get more light here. Maybe like this. So I think with 36 millimeters it will be better on my wrist. I have big wrists, but I think this size is wearable. This watch doesn't get enough love. But I also really like the applied indices on this one. It's looking very, very crisp. Yes, also an IS movement. So this one is the 1712. Most Invictas are gold plated. Invicta was like on the went about Swiss watchmaking, and also nowadays on the lower end of the market. And so on the lower end of the market, and not the high end watchmaking like brands like Patek Philippe and such brands. So on the lower end of the market, but for the price, you had a good watch for not a lot of money. Invicta did make some very nice and also some high-end watches with not only gold plated but 18 karat massive gold, with just some expensive and special movements. Yes, you can find them sometimes on the market. I know some guy, he has a very nice chrono 18 karat golden watch, very nice size. I think 38 millimeters, but it can also be 39. He told me, and with a modified Valjoux movement. Very nice watch. He's also on the chat. But this was just an entry kind of watch that you can just buy. Raphael Picard will be proud. Yes, I really want to. Like if he had some children or family, if it's still some people living in Switzerland from his family, I really love to have a chat with them. I really love to have an interview about the brand and about what they're doing right now in their lives. So let me pick one another watch. So which one shall I pick? You can choose. The first one I will pick. The first one we will comment. Nobody? Okay. I will do maybe this one. I think this one. You don't have seen. So this is a diver. And they call it, so you have, I have to look it up more, but you have some compressor case kind of watches. And this one is, if I'm right, a super compressor. And that's why it is up to 100 meters water resistant. In that time, 100 meter or 200 meters was just, yeah, was something special, because you have in the past, in that time, you had a lot of advertisement for water resistant, but the watches, when you just walking in the rain, they just are, and they get wet, they just soak up all the water, and yeah, they broke. But this one is, if I'm right, this one has a compressor case. So I have to do more research about who's the inventor of the compressor case, what company. but this one is in much better state than the last one. Almost not scratched. And I love that in the 70s you can find a lot of Invictas with that fish kind of logo on the back. I like the design. And if Invicta will do a reissue of some of those older timepieces, I would love that Invicta will do maybe that logo one of those reissues. So this one is with a day date, so you can see the day of the week. So this one is in Spain, Spanish. Invicta had in the past, in the 70s, Invicta was really big in South America and also North America. So you can find a lot. You can find some advertisement, yes, for those countries, for the South American. 22569 vintage. Is Johnny Cross? Is that the one of the 1953? So also special, and I think that's why it's 100-meter water resistant. This one is a screw down. This one has a screw down crown, so it's the only one in my collection with a screw down crown. But let me see if I can show it. But I have to screw it out to change the day and the time. Now I will screw it in. Let me see. Let me see if I can. If I look, one moment. 22569. Ah, yes. That's the vintage with the open dial and with the Roman numbers, right? I think it's a very nice watch. I really love with the dial open, you can see the movement. So this one is also an automatic. I think when you can get a nice price for this one, it's definitely a very nice watch. Yes, I really love the Pro Divers, but I think people who are following me, they know that I got also some other models of the modern Invictas. So I got also recently an Subaquanoma 4. I just get it served and a full service, and it's an automatic Swiss made. But I was also wearing very often my Bolt Zeus, and I got an Venom, and some other modern timepieces. But today I'm showing my vintage collection. So I got some watches from the past, and I'm just showing some of them, like this. Like this one. I think originally this one wasn't polished. You can see it's glossy everywhere. Originally it was brushed. I think the previous owner polished it. I don't know why. Maybe he had some scratches and he was thinking, yeah, let me get them off and I will polish it. But anyway, I really like it. It's a 40mm watch. This one is big. It's from the 70s, and it's a modern size, 40mm. So this one has, you can see it has almost no lux. That's why it's looking very small on my wrist. But this is 40mm. So when you consider to buy a watch, it's not only the diameter, that size that matters. It's also the lux. So a watch without lux like this one will look smaller because it has no lux. Maybe on this one. On this camera it looks smaller than the other one. $80. $80 for that watch. Why not? I think $80 is not that much. It's a very nice watch. It's, if I'm right, it is a great timepiece. $80 for an it is an automatic. It is not a Swiss automatic. So far I know it is maybe in Japan, or it is in Chinese movements. But Chinese movements are also it's no problem. I told already in the past also about Seagull. Invicta did some Chinese Seagull movements inside their watches, and also some Japan like Seiko. Also they used the most used movement also in with other brands is the Seiko NH35A movement, and also Invicta using it in all their pro divers and other collections also. But also there's nothing wrong with Chinese movements, especially nowadays. They keep getting better. And if you're planning to buy such timepiece that is looking very nice, that can last for years, for only $80. And if you tried it maybe for some weeks or some months and you don't like the style, you can just sell it off for 60 or 70, and or maybe even for 80, and you don't even have a loss. So I think it's a very nice price. So this one I will do very fast because I've shown it a lot. I think everybody knows this one. You can dream almost this one. So this one is a chrono from the 60s. Very nice dial. You can see it is very clean, sunburst. I really love it. So this one is 37mm. It's a chromed dial of a chromed case, and inside is a Lenderon 48. So this one looks much bigger than the 40mm because of the lux. So this one is in the diameter is smaller, but because of its longer lux, the watch is just looking bigger. Strange, right? It's a little less thick than the other one, but I just want to show it because it's always laying in this case. Really love this one. Invicta did a reissue with this one here in Europe, so far I know. I'm not sure if they will produce it also in America. They brought this one back but not in 37 millimeters, but 40 millimeters. So it's still a delicate timepiece. And if you're liking the 50 millimeters, it's too small. But 40 millimeters, I think everyone can wear 40 millimeters. If you're big or small, maybe it's not your, maybe you don't prefer to wear 40 millimeters, especially if you're used to bigger Invictas. But everybody can wear it. And if you're looking for some classic timepiece that you can wear on formal occasions, yeah, why not? And if I'm right, you can still pre-order them. I'm not sure how much they have left. Maybe some handful, maybe more, but they have some left to pre-order. So down below in the description, I will just put a link to their where you can order it. So I have 2 left in my box. Which one will I pick? Let me see if I missed something in the chat. Station Plaza, you are the boss. Thank you, man. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Great timepiece. Some very nice examples. Yes, you see, those are very nice pro divers, man. Station Plaza. Oh, I'm gone? That is strange. I'm gone here, but I'm not sure why. Ah, I'm back. I pressed a button and I was gone. Magic. So I picked up this one. This one getting to less love from me. Invicta still making some timepiece that looks very similar to this. It's blurred. Ooh, I'm blurred. What do you mean with blurred? Oh. Yes, I can see. I cannot see myself here. Oh, I can see myself. Yes. There's no problem. Oh, Sauce. Okay. So, Olivier, you don't have any problems with the stream? Okay. So this one, I picked this one. This is from the 70s also. So in the 70s, Invicta did make some diver watches, like the one I previously showed you. but some of the divers they called Royal Marine, so that's one of the collections. Invicta did make some different collections like the Royal Marine. Most of the Royal Marine, when you're looking on eBay or auction websites or Etsy or other websites to look for maybe a vintage Invicta, the Royal Marine, especially this timepiece with flute bezel, it's a very nice watch. And the Royal Marine line is just a very nice collection of vintage watches that you can find. Also other style watches, but they're almost all divers. My recent watch is the Invicta Pro Diver 1953 homage number 34334 with a red and black bezel, and was ordered from Invicta Europe. Yes, that's a very nice timepiece. I didn't have the red black or red green bezel, but I have the black. Today I was wearing this one, but I have also the with stainless steel and with the black bezel. But the finishing is all right. The movement is a cycle also right, and the size is just great, 40 millimeters, and it is not expensive. And this one is 39 millimeters. Yes, this one is 39 millimeters. Stainless steel case. What is very nice is in plexiglass with a cyclops that you can't see very often. Yes, you have still the divers that Invicta makes with the cyclops. Also a very nice sunburst dial, and I like the indices. You can see in the lights it is glowing, really like a gem. But also the dial is not that original. It was not that yellow. I think it was more silver, but because of its age, because it is maybe 50 years old, you can see it is a little bit yellow. And I'm wearing it today on my Croco strap. I'm still looking for an original bracelet on this one. I would love to have a complete watch, but I think it's also a very nice timepiece. And also on this one, on the back of the watch, you can see that yes, that logo, the fish. So on a lot of divers, Invicta put that logo with the fish. I think also to indicate that it is a diver, but maybe also because it's a compressor or super compressor case, but I'm not really sure about that. So there's one watch left. It's not very different than the other one that I showed. It's difficult with getting sharp. It's not really It's not much different than the other triple date that I have. It's also 33 millimeters. Only this one is gold plated. And you can see some Arabic numerals on the some Arabic numerals on the dial. So this one is not that glossy, the dial. It is not really a sunburst, but it's also not matte. But it's a very clean dial. So this one is more dressy. I think the other one is like because of the colors with the red and the blue. You think it's a redial? This one? I think it's original, this one. I think it's original, this one. But I'm not 100% sure, but I think this one is original. It's not a redial. So this one's also from the 50s or the 40s. And why I think it is it's not a redial, because it's not because it's that clean. It's not Roman, it is Arabic, right? But yes, I know it's just what you prefer. Sauce. If you like just numbers, you can go for the Arabic. But sometimes it is a little bit. I like also sometimes Roman because it's more playful or something like that. But I think it's not a redial, because most time when it's a redial you can see it, because they make mistakes and it's not that the dial is not that clean, or not that nicely done. And why somebody wants to do a redial on an Invicta and not inexpensive? The loom, yes, the loom is original, and that's also because I think it's not a redial. The loom is not. It's not an. The loom is definitely original. It's on some of the dots it's away, it's gone, and on the dots it's not giving light anymore, and also on the hands it's also getting like an yellow caramel color. Ah, yes, you like the Datejust style. You like the Royal Marine I showed you, Station Plaza. But I think this one is so it's not an. I think it's not a redial. And I know the story that I got from the seller. So it's a Dutch guy. I'm not sure if he's following my YouTube, but I told him. He was on a holiday. No, for his vacation he was in Africa, in South Africa. I think in Kaapstad. So he was there in Kaapstad, and he was there with by one of the jewelers there in South Africa, and he bought this watch from some jeweler there in Africa. But he asked also how the jeweler got this one. So that guy, yes, I cannot verify this story, but that guy got this watch just from some local people there, and the watch was just laying there in his shop for maybe 5 to 10 years. So this guy, he bought it maybe last year from South Africa, and was like in a clean condition. So the jeweler also said that it never worn, never. It was very nice, in a very good state. When he just bought it from some local guy. Yeah. So this one is so this one is from South Africa. The only thing that I know when I got it, that the I think it was the original glass, plexiglass, and it was because of its age, it was getting it was cracking. So you had all like a pattern on the dial, not because of the scratches, but because in the material of its age, it's getting cracks. Okay. A lot of there are a lot of very rich people who lives in Cape Town. Millionaires only really live in Cape Town. Yes, yes. In there are a lot of rich people there. But the guy that sold this watch and the watch that I bought, the guy I watched, the guy that I that guy that sold this watch, he also selling other brands. So he is also selling Rolex, Breitling, um, Tech Heuer, but also this Invicta. So when it's about the back, it is looking very original. I think from of this case together with the old chrono from the 30s and also this one from the 70s, I won't let it go. Never will sell it. So I think for today, I think this is everything I have to show you. You guys. So put everything back in the case. Oh, there are more beautiful women in Cape Town than there are men available. They inherit multi-million-dollar houses from dads. Okay, so if you want a wife, we have to go to the Cape Town, to South Africa, and look for a wife. Who in the chat is single? I want to go. Next week, box 2. Question mark. I want to do some more parts of my collection, but I'm not sure if I will do next week part 2, but maybe next month. But what do you think about this collection, about the watches? I really like them. I think my favorite is, yes, I wear this one most. So I wear this chrono most. I think I'm more a guy that like chronographs, and I really love to wear chronographs. But I'm also sometimes when I'm in the mood to wear some smaller timepieces. I wear a lot this one also because I also like the dial. I I think that I wear those two most. So the chronograph, the one Invicta also making an reissue of, but also this one. I wear this one also of a lot. But this one is very small. So oh yes, you also like the you like the Lenderon 47. Yes, yes, I really love that one also. But when it's about most watch time, I think those two get most time on my wrist. And I think the triple dates get yes, almost no wrist time, but I don't sell them because I like that it is a more complicated watch, and they are fully served. They have a full service, just like last year, and so they are just fine for years. And yeah, but I don't like to change the date, and every time when I want to wear it, I have to change the date, and don't like that. Oh. And this one doesn't get enough love. It's also a very nice size and also a very nice watch. Maybe too dressy. But guys, this was everything I want to do for today. I'm forced to listen to this broadcast on a notebook with very feeble speakers. My regular one is being serviced. What do you mean, Station Plaza? Why you're forced? I don't force anyone to listen to my broadcasts, but I appreciate everyone that is listening. But so I think this is part 1, and I'm planning to do next month at least part 2, and to show off my other case. But I have 2 big cases like this, full with those vintage pieces. But I have also a lot of them in my on my back here, where I have now a green screen. But behind the green screen there are a lot of in my bookshelf, and I have a lot in some other cases on the up there, somewhere up in cases. And but I want to thank everybody that is watching to this live stream. And if you like this and you want to follow me, I think I can bring some good stuff and some to show some very interesting timepieces that maybe are forgotten and maybe don't get enough love from watch collectors. So subscribe to my channel, and if you like this video, give it a thumb up. And I want to thank Olivier, Station Plaza, and Sostrope to be that active in this chat. I really like to get some questions and have a chat about watches. And I hope to see you in the next one. I wish everybody good night or a good day if you're living somewhere else and it is not night. And I see you in the next one.